Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Zach with Zach Attack Cards, and we're coming at you with week 4 of Football Card Showdown, which will be the second doubleheader of the year. But before we get into those matchups, let's go ahead and review the week that was week 3. So week 3 featured Detroit at Baltimore. The Cards thought that Baltimore would take it, and that's unfortunately not what happened. Detroit had some real gutsy play calling, and they pulled it out. Towards the end, it was a very good game. Unfortunately, Derrick Henry is having his fumble issues, and that's definitely not a good thing for Baltimore. So we'll have to see if he can get right. Otherwise, I don't think Baltimore stands as good of a chance of going far in the playoffs. So with that said, our season record has now dropped to a lowly 1-3. So hopefully, at the very best, we can get back to 500 with the doubleheader that you see in front of you. The early game features the Jets at Miami in a divisional debacle, or I don't know, whatever, some sort of showdown. And then Cincy at Denver in just another AFC matchup. So basically, all AFC going at it in this doubleheader for week 4. And we are going to be using something a little surprising. So I was able to scare up some 2023 Donruss value packs. So, or fat packs, whatever you want to call them. So we end up getting 2 of those, total of 60 cards. And along the way, as we try to decide some winners here, we will also be downtown hunting. So let's get into the scoring for those of you that are new to the game, or those of you veterans that just need a bit of a refresher. So the scoring is any veteran or team card is an extra point worth 1 point. A rookie card is a safety worth 2 points. An insert or numbered non-auto patch is a field goal worth 3 points. And lastly, an auto or a relic is a touchdown worth 6 points. And we will be looking for the 4 teams in front of you. So let's go ahead and get started. This is actually the year of Donruss that I pulled my downtown Jalen Hurts. That was from value, or not value. What do you call them? The like dollar-ish packs that you get from Five Below. I was able to get like almost an entire box. There was like a couple of packs missing, and it's definitely worth going back and checking out that video if you haven't seen it, because that was one of the best pulls that I've ever had. So we're kicking things off with Joe Mixon, which is a score for the Bengals. We have Treylon Burks. So remember, we're back in 23 now. We have Denver, Russell Wilson. Obviously, a lot of these guys no longer play for these teams. C.J. Mosley on the Jets, so they score. So some fast and furious scoring in both games. Von Miller. We have Dexter Lawrence. Young-Hoo Koo, I believe, was just released by the Falcons. We have Austin Eckler. Curtis Samuel. And we have Albert O for the Broncos as they score again. Juwan Johnson, Odell Beckham, Jordan Fuller, James Conner, Derrick Henry still on the Titans. We have Minka Fitzpatrick, Steelers, Shaq Thompson, Gardner Minshew, Christian Watson, Laramie Tunsil, L'Jarius Sneed, and Zadarius Smith before we move on to the rookies. Rookies and inserts, I believe, are at the end of the pack. So Rashee Rice, not a bad rated rookie. Dalton Kincaid, also a nice rookie. Dwayne McBride on the Vikings. We have ourselves a Legends Series insert. Frank Gore, gorgeous insert. And then we have a blue Aaron Jones, a blue Lamar Jackson, a blue Daron Payne, and a blue Jahmyr Gibbs. Nice little color match there. I like that one. probably the best rookie out of that pack. So I don't think I missed any Dolphins. Just take a quick peek, because sometimes it's a little difficult to keep an eye out for 4 different teams, but I don't see any there. So let's move on to the second and final pack. As always, if we have any ties, they will be broken by the, what are they called, trick-or-treat packs that Score makes. I still have those off to the side. And the Dolphins have scored. There's Tua. We have Isaiah Hodgins, Lorenzo Carter, Juwan Bentley, Devontae Adams, Myles Garrett, Zach Wilson. The Jets have scored. A lot of scoring with guys no longer on their teams. J.K. Dobbins, Kyron Williams, Zach Ertz, Jalen Ramsey now for the Dolphins. Eddie Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Calvin Ridley. Moving to Jonathan Taylor, David Bakhtiari, Robert Woods, MVS, Josh Allen, nice shot there, Darius Slay, CMC, Aaron Rodgers. The Jets score. And on to the rookies and inserts. Jonathan Mingo, Christian Gonzalez, that's a nice rookie there. Zach Charbonnet, also a nice one, sharing that good backfield there. George Kittle on the insert. And we have Bobby Okereke. The Jets have scored again. Alan Lazard. Derek Forrest Jr., Washington. Jake Hayner. And a very expired Kid Reporter. So let's see what we've got here. We have 2 veterans for the Broncos, 1 veteran for the Bengals, so that game is settled. And then we have 2 veterans for the Dolphins, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 vets for the Jets. So both games are decided. No overtime this time around. So all veterans, the math is very easy. Everything's an extra point. So I believe that makes it 4-2 in favor of the Jets and 2-1 in favor of the Broncos. So interesting. I want to say the second matchup is a little more interesting. Will probably be the better game to watch. I believe that those teams are a little more evenly matched, whereas I think the Jets and the Dolphins are still kind of finding their stride. I would hazard a guess that the first game, I'd probably pick the Dolphins. I feel like the Jets do have talent, but I'm just not sure that they're ready to put it together yet. I personally also haven't heard whether or not Fields is going to be back, which I think gives them probably a better chance at winning if he is, although still hard to tell exactly who he's going to be this year. And on the other side of things, I mean, obviously the Bengals are stacked on offense, with Burrow and then the whole host of receivers and wide receiver and tight ends. Like they're stacked. It's really just their defense. It's a little more suspect, of course. And the Broncos are kind of mid-tier on both ends, I would say, probably, or about average, somewhere in that range. Like they don't have a highly dominant offense or defense, but they're really not terrible at either of them either. So I would think that I'm going to take the Bengals in the second game, and I'll take the Dolphins in the first game. So both losers in terms of our matchups here, which hopefully it goes the other way, because we're all hoping for the Cards to get back to 500 and hopefully turn this entire season around. But with that said, of course, let me know your predictions in the comments down below, and certainly don't forget to enjoy another Monday Night Football doubleheader. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, head down below, click the subscribe button, click the like while you're there. We'll be sure to bring more Football Card Showdown to you every week, as long as we have Monday Night Football matchups, of course. And it's certainly a lot of fun doing this stuff. We put out videos every Monday and Friday, and would love to have you along for the ride. And the only other thing I want to say is just thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out my little fun series here. It's truly awesome in order to, just to have a kind of a simple game like this. It's just like a different way that I've kind of thought of as looking at sports cards. You know, it's not your standard open a pack, see what's inside. If you don't get anything great, doesn't make for the most exciting video. This is just kind of a fun little brainchild that I had a couple of years ago that I continue to try to iterate on. So certainly let me know in the comments if there's any way that you can think of to improve it. I'd always appreciate the criticisms or the ideas, of course. But truly, thank you. Thanks very much. I won't keep you any longer. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.